the Friday Night Frenzy on News 18. High school basketball from where you live.
Welcome to the Friday Night Frenzy. I'm Caleb Martin and he is Mike Cleff. Teams gearing up for the postseason tonight. Just a few regular season games left to go. The boys' sectional draw is set for Sunday at 5 o'clock.
And we start at Harrison, where the Raiders, in an absolute thriller, hosted the West Lafayette Red Devils. And Caleb, you get the honor of doing the highlights.
Oh yes, this is an exciting game to Harold RMA Gymnasium. We go. West Lafayette gets off to a great start in this one. The big fella, Justice Standback, showing off his outside game. See cans to the jumper. Standback had 9 first-half points. Raiders hanging close. Jacob Payne can't get this one to fall, but Noah Thomas is there for the tip-in. More from Thomas later on. The ball seemed to be bouncing West Lafayette's way in this first half. Nye Carlisle with a rebound. He goes coast to coast, up and over Bobby Rogers. +1. Look at that finish by the freshman there. West Lafayette led 29-25 at the half and shot 62% from the field. To the second half we go. Raiders come out firing. Jacob Payne knocks down the mid-range jumper. Back come the Red Devils. Carlisle to Brian Bangs, and the senior shows he can finish in traffic as well. The hoop and the harm on that play. But that's when the Raiders made their run. Check out this turn of events. Cole Smith gets dirty on the hardwood. Eventually the ball ends up in Bobby Rogers' hands. He hits a miraculous shot and the foul. That three-point play put Harrison up 44-37 late in the third quarter. The Raider faithful are fired up, and why wouldn't they be? West Lafayette will make a run and tie this game up at 50 as Nye Carlisle gets loose at the rim, and that would lead to this. Harrison calls a timeout with 8 seconds left, and Coach Reinhardt said they ran the play just how they drew it up. Noah Thomas comes up huge. That is good, and that is the game winner. What a ball game. The Raiders win by a final of 52-50. We will hear from head coach Mark Reinhardt and Noah Thomas a little bit later in the show. What a game, Mike.
I smell a Martin's moment. McCutchen hosted Avon on the Maverick Senior Night, and that is Creative Chorale, the McCutchen preschool class, singing the national anthem, and they knocked it out of the park.
Good.
A big ovation. They were terrific, Caleb. And speaking of terrific, that's how the Mavericks played in this game. Trayshawn Hurd, the drive and the left-handed lay-in, McCutchen with an early 2-point lead, and then McCutchen passing the ball crisply on offense. It results in that gentleman right there, Nate Deno, from three-point range, good. Mavericks up 5, and then they say, let's get the ball to the big fella, Trevor Lockwood. Look at the nice move down low, the reverse layup, and that increases McCutchen's lead to 8, and the Mavericks would not let up. Notice every highlight, a different player scoring. They really shared the ball well. That's Nate Acree burying the jumper, and McCutchen rolls tonight in a big way over Avon. They win it by a final of 75-52 over the Orioles. Lafayette Jeff visited Brownsburg tonight. The Bulldogs with the fast start, and they capitalize on a very slow start by the Broncos. It is Kenneth Walton from three-point range, good, and Brownsburg already up by 10. In fact, they would hold Jeff without a field goal for a quarter and a half in this game, and then Xavier Ringo takes it in for the hoop and the harm. Bulldogs held Lafayette Jeff to 8 points in the first half. The Broncos go on to fall to the Bulldogs by a final of 58-35. Caleb?
Rossville playing host to the Knights of Central Catholic this evening. First quarter, Andrew Huberts drives to the hoop and scores. He gives the Knights 8 first points of the game. Huberts finished with 18 points. Good night for him. On the other end, Rossville's Michael Gregorish muscles this one in for 2, and that would tie the game up. Then Gregorish goes back to work. He spins, gets the friendly roll. You have to love that when the ball is bouncing in that way for you. But check out this next play. Central Catholic's Timmy Mills makes a steal. He then takes it in for the dunk. Once again, another Martin's Moments nominee. Let's slow it down for you for another look. Take a look at that, Mike. What do you think?
I think that's a definite Martin's moment.
Second quarter now, Jake Churchill pulls up. He knocks down the jumper. CC leading by 4. This game would also come down to the wire. The Knights hold on to pull out a close one, 58-52. Faith Christian was at home taking on Gary 21st Century. The Eagles came storming out of the gates in this one. First quarter, the bank is open for Wes Smeltzer. He finished with 20 points. Once again, a great night for him. Vernon Ford was on fire at the beginning of this game. Ford spots up, cans the 3-ball. More from him in a moment. Jay John catches the ball in the lane. He misses his first shot, but he stays with the play and gets a putback to go. Jung finished with 10 points in the game. Here is a play of the night. Ford makes a steal. He takes it coast to coast and tosses up this no look. It creeps over the rim and goes in. This is another Martin's Moments nominee. Check this play out one more time in slow motion. He just tosses it up there, and it goes in. However, the Eagles fall to Gary 21st Century tonight by a final of 66-51.
Benton Central hosted South Newton tonight. First quarter action, it is Skylar Sanders swinging it over to Jarrett Hamill for South Newton, and that is a triple, and that's good. And the Rebels have an early lead, but the Bison would answer as Tyler Soline kicks it out to Jacob Turner for the open triple, and the Bison would go up into the break by 9. We move to the second half, all Bison. Brandon Rose with the pump fake, drives, draws the foul and the bucket, and then Rose getting it done defensively. He says, "No cupcakes here, son." Oh, my.
Get that out of here.
Bison easily defeat the Rebels by a final of 59-34.
I feel like I'm already tired.
I'm exhausted.
But hey, we got a lot
This
more
is
to
fun.
get to, right?
Absolutely, we sure do.
Still plenty more to get to on this edition of the Friday Night Frenzy. Don't go anywhere.
We're going to go to Carroll County. Frontier visiting Delphi tonight. We'll have the pictures of that game, much more coming up on the Friday Night Frenzy.